Hi, you wouldn't believe it, but it is actually end of January in Michigan, and it is like in the mid-50s. This is crazy. We've had it above freezing all week, and all of our snow has melted. And I'm going to try to get some more things done that I didn't quite get done before our first snowstorm this winter. We've already had a few snowstorms, 1.5 feet with our first week of snow. That melted, got another 6 inches melted, and now we're down to nothing. Now it's been raining all week, so the ground's a bit wet, but we'll see what we can do with it. Okay, so I'm in our big garden where last fall we made a hugelkultur bed, and the only thing I got planted in it before the snows hit was some, garlic. So that was good, but I wanted to try to see if we could plant some, seed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and things to see if they would come back in the spring, because I had read somewhere that you could actually plant them in the fall, and that way they'll start themselves in the spring. So we're going to do a little bit of that today. Also take some other seeds, like, so maybe some carrot seeds or greens and stuff, some early stuff that once it gets warm enough for them in the spring, they'll start sprouting and growing, and we'll start an early garden in the spring. Now this is completely unprotected. So our hugelkultur bed is made from digging down about, I would say about 8 inches. You could go further. We put a heck of a lot of wood stumps, logs, and everything. Put some smaller stuff on top. We put some leaves in there, put some green material, basically compost from the chicken run, put the topsoil back on top, and then mulched it with some straw. And what will happen is that the wood will break down slowly, and as it does that, it'll hold moisture and release nutrients. So you really shouldn't have to water a hugelkultur bed much or fertilize it at all. And it should grow things very well. In fact, there's been some examples. If you go to Permies.com, they have some examples of hugelkultur beds in very arid, dry climates. And you look at the hugelkultur and it is green and lush, and the whole background is browned out. So our soil here, all this, is very sandy soil, so it drains a heck of a lot. So last year we were watering everything all the time, and we have a few raised beds that helped a little bit, but generally it was just hard to keep up with the watering, and that seems to be a waste. So we're this season going to experiment with our first hugelkultur bed. If it seems to work well, we'll probably put a few more in and keep that process going. The girls are out enjoying themselves. Somebody's a smart bird. So since we have this beautiful weather today in the late January, I'm sure we'll get more snow again, but I might as well take advantage of it and finish the fall chores. So I have some seed potatoes from last year's garden, along with some sweet potato tubers and everything in here. So we're going to try that out and put those in there. I may put some other potatoes. My husband Mike picked up some marble potatoes, basically, a variety of colors, red, purple, and white, that we'll use those to start in here as well to get a variety. I have some root seeds, some carrots and beets and turnips I might put in there, as well as some greens. And we'll just go ahead and put the seeds in there just to see if they'll come up on their own in the spring. If not, we can go ahead and replant in the spring as well. But the greens can go around the things that take longer, because you harvest those much earlier, grow a lot quicker. So I'll probably throw some green seeds around the potatoes areas and carrot areas and stuff like that. We'll just kind of mix it up a little bit, and we'll just see where it takes off and where it goes. I've been using these ties for the bales of straw for just marking where I've planted already. So I can move down this and just shift the marker as I go, because otherwise it's kind of hard to know where I put the garlics is on that side of that line and I'm putting X's on the side. So we'll just keep going. Just move the mulch out of the way. Pretty thick mulch. All it is straw from the feed store. Clear section. Okay, so I'm just taking my potatoes, just shoving them in. It's warm outside, but the ground is definitely still, it's not freezing, it's not frozen at all, but dirt is cold and wet. I never use gloves though. I'd rather get my hands in it, because gloves just harder to manipulate. Just move our way up. This package of small potatoes, it's amazing what they can sell. They're basically undersized potatoes, and they basically work great to start new ones, so you don't have to buy seed potatoes specifically. You just go to the grocery store. That one's gone. So I'm putting in the winter marble lettuce, Permies lettuce, and hopefully that'll start up in the spring and give us an early crop before the potatoes really get going. And we're just sprinkling the seeds in. Okay, that's that. I'm going to cover it right back over. Keep moving down the bed.